Hey everybody, it's Chrissy with Fur Babies and Friends. I am here with my boy Tigger. We are here to show or work on how to train the back up cue. So back up means the dog is going to actually walk backwards. So this can be useful when you're claiming space, such as the front door, the kitchen, your own personal space. Backup can be helpful, but we have to help the dog get comfortable, one, moving backwards, and two, we have to help them learn exactly what that means. So in this video, we're going to go over the steps on how to help a dog learn how to back up, along with some troubleshooting and problem solving for dogs that maybe have a harder time or aren't as comfortable with backing up. So step number one, you want to make sure your dog has a good stand command. So if your dog doesn't understand the stand cue, go back and watch one of my videos on the sit and stand cues so you can get your dog up into a standing position. This is helpful, one, when you're just sequencing through beginning cues, and two, your dog obviously is not going to be able to be backing up if they are in a default sit position, which sometimes when training, especially in basic obedience, a lot of dogs will just give you a default sit because that's what we tend to ask for a lot. So first step is you might have to do this either on the ground or you might want to do it, you can do it standing up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to meet him where he's still standing. Now there's a couple ways you can do this. You can either take treats in both hands and swivel your dog back. Back up. So you can either swivel their head back. As soon as they take a step back, mark and reward, right? Stand. Back up. Good boy. So you can do it. Back up. Good boy. Ready? Back up. Back up. So notice how I'm kind of like zigzagging into his face. If you find that they're still going too far, if they're going too far at the treat, one of the other ways that you can do it is put the treat to his nose and you can go straight into their body. Back up. As soon as you get a couple steps back, mark and reward. Ready? Back up. Good. That wasn't exactly when I went back up. Or you can go directly between, back up. You can go directly between their legs. So that inherently pushes their head down and they have to move their back legs to get back to the treat. Again, dogs fundamentally learn via luring. We had treats for luring, so they're following our hand position. Eventually, what will happen is when you get better, you can do it from a standing position. No, but depending on how you do it, either you just go straight forward and you stay back up, or if you taught them where you're like zigzagging their head back, you would say back up and you'd move both hands into them. So either you could say back up and move into them from a standing position, or you'd say back up and you'd keep your palms out and you'd kind of almost like you were doing like an invisible push. Okay? So as they get better, back up. Good. I got a little step back, and it takes some time. So you could lure them into you. Good. Back up. Back up. Good. You could lure them into you. If you find, again, Tigger has a luxating patella, which is why he always kind of flop sits. So I don't push him too hard in certain exercises like this. A backup exercise is going to be a little bit harder for him and put a little bit more strain on his joints. If you find that your dog is really struggling, you can use things in your everyday environment to kind of help with straightening up the backup. So I'll be right back in a second to show you some of the things that you can do. So for backup, if your dog is really struggling or super cockeyed and you really want to make it a lot more straight or narrow, there's a couple things that you can do. So one of the things that you could do is you could use like a baby gate next to a wall and help them learn to straighten it back up more. I've also done like between a couch and a coffee table. A lot of dogs, sometimes when they get stuck, will inherently like back up themselves there. I just have two weave poles and some cones as a way to kind of demonstrate one of the ways that you can do to kind of keep them a little bit more aligned when you are doing backup. So I'm going to put Tigger in between the poles. Good. And then I'm going to say back up. So for him, it's not big enough. So I'm going to actually move these. I'm just trying to give in, going by the fly here. So I'm going to spin them around. I'm going to see if I can use these cones. Ready? Ready? Back up. Whoop. Here, Weeks. Get it. Get it. Get it, Weeks. Get it. Okay, ready? Back up. Good boy. Yay. Don't forget, this can be a little overwhelming or even intimidating, even to like super confident dogs. Yay, good boy. So when they do it right, even if it's just 1 or 2 steps, make sure to celebrate, reward, pet, show them like, yes, that's exactly what I want. You don't want your dog to end up fearful of you moving into their space. You want them to know that all you're just asking is you're just asking them for a little space and just to move their body backwards. So that was a quick little introduction on how you can begin to start your dog learning how to back up. This is obviously can evolve into like freestyle and other tricks where you've seen the dog like walk backwards around an orbit around a person's body or backwards weaving through their legs. But you got to get the first couple steps down. And just like with any dog training cue, you want to make sure that you're generalizing it. So you're building distance or you're building duration, and then you're adding difficulty before, and only do 1D at a time. Don't increase all 3 at the same time. So first just start, if they can do 2 steps, great, reward and reinforce that. Then hold them accountable to going 4 steps back, build that, then hold them accountable to 6 steps back, et cetera, et cetera. So once you do that, then you can start doing different movements around your body or around obstacles. But make sure this is super fun and exciting. Just like with any dog training, you want your dog to want to work for you. So show them. Sometimes it's easy to get frustrated, but don't get frustrated. They're just learning and they don't understand language like we do. So if our dog is failing, it's probably because we're not giving them the right information and the right cues that they need to be successful. So I hope you enjoyed this video on teaching your dog how to back up or walk backwards. And if you did, make sure to like, subscribe, share, and follow us on all of our social media for Babies and Friends AZ. And if you found this training helpful and you're interested in other training and learning about other training cues or tricks or just general dog information in general, feel free to check out our YouTube channel. So that wraps it up for today. Thank you so much and have a great day.